first things first, congratulations. I mean, you're receiving so many dope accolades at the moment. Essence has named you top 25 under 25. You're doing your thing. So it's got to be amazing to finally get noticed and recognized for doing what you love, right?
It is a great feeling. I think it's really important too that I share my journey so that other people who are striving for things that seem, uncertain at times don't give up on whatever they're trying to achieve, because it did take a long time.
Yeah, and it's a little known fact. You are actually the daughter of an amazing NFL player, Mike Jones, and your mom was a vocalist, Javonda Jones. And I mean, coming from stock like that, it's just you were destined for greatness. But I also love the fact that throughout your career, it didn't feel like you led with that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, celebrities' children, we kind of know them because of their parents. But I feel like your career, you led with your talent.
Well, yeah, I mean, my dad played professional football, but he didn't have any ends in the entertainment industry. And my mom sang background, but she didn't know what to do either. There was nothing to lead with except my voice because we didn't know anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. So again, Coco, you're on the scene now. You're playing Hillary Banks in the uber popular series Bel-Air. And I remember when Will Smith stamped it initially. And I do think that a lot of people thought that when they cast these characters, if you will, that they would somewhat stay true to like the look of the character. But you bring like a very different fresh kind of a feel to Hillary. So were you nervous about playing that iconic character?
I think I was more nervous to audition because I thought the way you thought. I thought they weren't going to be looking for anyone that looked like me at all. And I didn't want the rejection. So I was very apprehensive to even try out. My acting management had to press me to do it. I was like, can I read for Ashley? They were like, Ashley's 12, read for Hillary by the end of the day. I was like, okay. But I think I wasn't nervous to play Hillary because when I really got to know Morgan Cooper, the creator and director of our show, and what he was looking for, he kind of gave me a different type of confidence that I could really just be myself. Me and Hillary are very similar. So I was more honored that I got to do it and represent dark-skinned women in this way, because I know how important that representation was for me and will be for the next generation of Black girls.
Yeah, and you segued perfectly into my next question. I know within my industry, I deal with ageism. Because they want like the younger kind of girl, if you will. And I know that within the music industry, as well as the film industry, you deal with ageism, colorism, sexism, so many isms that, so many hurdles that you have to jump over, if you will, to become successful. So within the music industry, do you find that colorism is still very much prevalent?
I mean, it's definitely gotten better with time. And I also think that R&B girls are having such a moment. There are a lot of different shades of women that are winning. So it's easier for all of us when one of us wins. And even SZA crossing over to pop like so heavily is like, okay, let's just take the barriers off of everybody at this point, because seriously, like look at the charts. It's like, it's unnecessary. I definitely think it's gotten better with time. I think if anything, it's really just about being authentic and being tenacious and forcing people to hear you, because you're not going nowhere. And then the right audience will come to you with anything. That's how I feel like it is. But yeah, colorism is still a thing. It's definitely gotten better. I feel like it's more prevalent in TV and film than it really is in music, but it's still in both.
Yeah. So I saw an interview that you did, which I thought was really moving. You talked about getting therapy, and you talked about accepting the seasons, and you left us with a question where you asked us, what are you doing in the rain when it rains? And that really spoke to me because I'm a 41-year-old Black woman and I just got a therapist last year. I felt like I was in a space where, I can self-heal. I can do this myself. And I never really latched on or thought that anyone could understand me. So talk about, getting therapy and why it's so important for you.
Honestly, there's no right timing. There's only the timing that is in your life. I don't think there's a certain age where anything has to be done, because who created that and who are they to me? My mom just got her therapist too. And I was the first one in my family around the pandemic. So now everybody's like, Courtney's getting better and different and growing. Let's see what she's talking about. So there's no right timing. I think for me, I wanted an outside opinion on myself. I feel like my family and me, we're biased, you know? And I wanted somebody who was a third party, who had nothing to gain from anything, to just talk to me and to teach me what I didn't know. I hate when I don't know things. I want to know everything. So
Yeah.
I think for me, it was really just about wanting to grow and wanting to develop a deeper character and a deeper level of emotional maturity, and to hear those hard truths that maybe my loved ones wouldn't want to tell me, like, girl, you have an attitude problem, like really deep, like, or you can hold a grudge. Like, these are things that I just wanted to know. I wanted to be a better version of myself for my family, for my one day kids, for my one day husband, I don't know, whoever, for my fan base. I feel like when I'm at a platform like this, it's really important for me to be doing that work, because so many people are watching me, and maybe I can help somebody by the help that I have for myself.
Yeah, yeah. And I gotta thank you, girl. ICU. Oh, let me just have a quick moment, because that it's very rare when a song like touches me. And you know, my PD will tell you, girl, I sent him that song every week. Like, we got to play this, play this. I mean, so I just want to thank you on behalf of myself, and I'm sure other people, for releasing such a vulnerable soundtrack that is touching so many people's lives, fresh off the What I Didn't Tell You EP. Congratulations, it debuted #1 on Apple Music. Where were you mentally when you wrote I See You? Because, girl, it's out of this world.
Thank you. You are so funny. Thank you for playing my song so much. Thank you to your PD as well. I appreciate every spin. Um, I honestly was in a different mindset. I was expecting to make like an upbeat, fun song, and I was working with Camper, the producer, and he played me that track, and I wanted to skip over it so bad because I know what it would require of me. I knew I would have to be vulnerable. I knew I wasn't going to make an upbeat, high tempo, full choreo song. I was going to make something that I had to bare my soul, and I was very apprehensive to do it. I didn't I didn't want to be labeled that girl either. So I was like, what if I do this and that's all my label wants from me? That's all that anyone wants from me. Because I knew it was going to be good, because I don't do anything half-assed, you know? But at the end of the day, I couldn't skip over it. I couldn't. I had to go with like my intuition, and we started writing that song, and it just poured out of me.
Yeah. Well, thank God it poured out of you, sis, because, girl, every day I listen to that. Um, Now, before I let you go, I like to play a little game called This or That. It's fun. You can tell me which one you like. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The pool or the beach?
The pool, the
Really?
sand, sandy.
Really? I'm such a beach girl. Okay, I can dig that. All right. Let's see. Netflix and chill, or a night out on the town?
Oh, it depends on how busy my work week was. But if it's a normal work week, night out on the town, let's be outside.
Okay, outside, outside. Okay. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes and some bacon.
Okay. I'm okay now. Let's see. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
I'm gonna say in sync.
Okay, same, same. 112 or Jagged Edge?
Ooh, I'm gonna. Mm.
Ooh, ah.
No, that's hard. Don't do me. Skip, skip.
Skip. Well, look, that was the last one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here at WHUR. And girl, please keep making amazing music. Keep doing your thing, and just keep putting on. You are doing it, girl. We're paying attention, and we truly love what you're doing. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Thanks for supporting my song.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Yeah.